Hello everyone, welcome to part 4 of the CompTIA Security Plus practice questions and answers. In this video we'll be going through 10 practice questions from the CompTIA Security Plus SY0-601. So let's dive right in. Question 1. While reviewing the IDS logs, you notice the following log entry. What type of attack is being performed? A. Cross-site scripting. B. Header manipulation. C. XML injection. D. SQL injection. For cross-site scripting, it involves in the injection of malicious scripts into web pages that is being viewed by others, and it exploits input fields that are not properly sanitized. In the case of this log entry, that doesn't appear to be what is going on here. A header manipulation involves altering the HTTP headers to exploit vulnerabilities in web application. The XML injection involves the insertion of malicious XML content into an XML parser, and this does not appear to be the case here. So we'll be going with option D, SQL injection. SQL injection involves inserting or manipulating SQL queries with malicious SQL code. In this log entry, password equal to or 7 equal to 7 is an example of an SQL injection attempt, where the condition 7 equals 7 is always true, thereby bypassing authentication mechanisms. So this log entry suggests that the attacker is attempting to manipulate the SQL query in order to bypass authentication checks. Question 2. What is a typical purpose of a security policy in an organization? A. Ensuring compliance with building codes. B. Guiding security decisions and behaviors. C. Defining operating system requirements. D. Providing network performance optimization. A security policy is a document that defines the scope of a utility's cybersecurity efforts. So, based on this question, the correct answer will be option B. The security policy of an organization guides their security decisions as well as their behaviors. So, it includes information such as the goals of the organization, their responsibilities, the structure of the security programs, compliance to the programs, as well as the approach to risk management that will be used by the organization. Question 3. An organization is developing a plan in the event of a complete loss of critical systems and data. Which of the following plans is the organization most likely developing? A. Disaster recovery. B. Communication. C. Incident response. D. Data retention. Disaster recovery is a method of regaining access and functionality to the IT infrastructure of a company after an event like a natural disaster. Communication is just an act of transferring information from one person to another. Incident response is a process where an organization handles a data breach or cyber attack. Data retention controls how an organization saves its data for compliance and regulatory purposes. So based on this question, the plan that the organization is most likely developing is the disaster recovery plan, option A. It focuses on restoring critical IT systems and infrastructure after a disruptive event has occurred. It involves processes and procedures that will minimize the downtime as well as recover data and systems to a functioning state after a catastrophic event like a natural disaster, hardware failures, or a cyber attack. Question 4. A user has visited a popular online e-commerce site that is using SSL. How does the e-commerce site provide the public key to the user? A. Email. B. Phone call. C. Certificate. D. Password. The answer we'll be going with here, based on the question that says SSL is being used, it cannot be email, it can definitely not be a phone call, it can also not be a password. So the option that we'll be going with is option C, a certificate. The SSL certificate is issued to the e-commerce site because it contains the public key. So when a user connects to the e-commerce site over HTTPS, the server presents its SSL TLS certificate to the user's web browser. This certificate that has a public key is now used to encrypt data that is sent from the user to the server. Question 5. An attacker is searching in Google for Cisco VPN configuration files using the file type PCF modifier. The attacker was able to locate several of these configuration files and now wants to decode any connectivity passwords that they might contain. What tool should the attacker use? A. Nmap. B. Enable. C. Netcat. D. Nessus. For this, the answer we'll be going with is option B. Enable. Enable is a password recovery tool that is used by Windows, and it can decode various types of password, including those that are stored in the Cisco VPN.pcf configuration files. It is commonly used by attackers for password cracking and recovery tasks. Question 6. What security measure helps protect data at rest on a mobile device? A. Disk encryption. B. Application whitelisting. C. Intrusion detection system. D. Multi-factor authentication. We'll be going with option A. Disk encryption is a security measure that protects data at rest on a mobile device, and it does this by encrypting the entire storage, thereby making the data unreadable to unauthorized users. So even if this device is lost or stolen, the encrypted data will remain secure and it cannot be accessed without the appropriate decryption key or password. Question 7. The IT department at a university is concerned about professors placing servers on the university network in an attempt to bypass security controls. Which of the following best represents this type of threat? A. Hacktivism. B. Shadow IT. C. White hat. D. Script kiddie. Hacktivism is hacking for a social change in order to promote a political agenda. Shadow IT is the use of IT systems without explicit IT department approval. White hats are ethical hackers that use their skills to help protect against attacks, while a script kiddie is an individual with little or no skills when it comes to technology. So based on these explanations, the best option will be option B, Shadow IT. It is the use of information technology systems, devices, software, applications and services without the explicit approval of the IT department. In this scenario, the professors are placing servers on the university network in order to bypass security control. This can create security risks because these unauthorized systems might not be subject to the same security policies and controls as the officially sanctioned IT resources. Question 8. A commercial cyber threat intelligence observes IOCs across a variety of unrelated customers. Prior to releasing specific threat intelligence to other paid subscribers, what is the organization most likely obligated by contract to do? A. Add metadata to track the utilization of threat intelligence reports. B. Assist companies with impact assessments based on the observed data. C. Anonymize any PII that is observed within the IOC data. D. Perform attrition to specific APTs and nation-state actors. IOCs are indicators of compromise, and they serve as forensic evidence of potential intrusion on a host system or network. PII are personally identifiable information like the full name of an individual, their social security number, driver's license number, or passport number. APTs are advanced persistent threats, and it is a stealth actor that gains access into a computer network system and remains undetected for an extended period of time. So based on the scenario we have here, what the organization is most likely obligated to do when they come across IOCs across a variety of unrelated customers. By contract, they are obligated to anonymize any PII that is observed within the IOC data. So we'll be going with option C. Before releasing any threat intelligence to other paid subscribers, the organization is obligated to anonymize any PII that is observed within the indicators of compromised data. Question 9. What is an example of a technical control for mitigating security risks? A. Firewall configuration. B. Written security policies. C. Employee background checks. D. Security awareness training. Technical controls are the use of technology to enforce security policies and protect systems and data. In this case, a technical control for mitigating security risk will be option A, firewall configuration. The other options, the written security policies, employee background checks, and security awareness, these are administrative controls because they deal with policies, procedures, and human factors rather than a direct technological enforcement. So we'll be going with firewall configuration. It involves the setting up and managing of firewalls to filter network traffic and prevent unauthorized access to or from a private network. This helps to mitigate security risks by controlling the flow of data based on predefined security rules. Question 10. Which of the following are examples of biometric authentication methods? We'll be choosing two answers here. Option A, password. B, fingerprint scanner. C, token. D, retina scanner. Biometric authentication uses the unique biological traits of an individual for access. So based on these options, we'll be going with option B and option D, the fingerprint scanner and the retina scanner. This is because they are biological traits of an individual and no two people can have the same fingerprints as well as the same retina scanning when it is done. This brings us to the end of the video for the part 4 of the questions and answers. Don't forget to like, share, and drop a comment if you found this video helpful. Also hit the notification bell to watch new videos when they drop. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.